Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, we're taking a look at the October seasonal uniforms. With Halloween right around the corner, every year we get access to these limited edition uniforms. These only show up once a year, so if you miss them now, you're gonna have to wait 12 more months. But not every uniform is worth your crystals or your money. While some are mid, others offer insane value. So in this video, I'll break down every seasonal uniform, starting with the paywalls and then moving on to the full crystal cost ones, so you know exactly which one's worth picking up. Let's get started. The first uniform we're taking a look at is Morgan Le Fay's Paywall uniform. This uniform is very good as a support, as she provides universal allies a damage boost, so you primarily use her in alliance battle. Additionally, she also provides debuffs, so she holds some value in PvP as well. I find myself using her in team battle arena a lot of days where there's a lot of restrictions, but I still think she holds the most value in alliance battle since she qualifies for 2 ABX days and 2 ABL days, making her very usable there. So yeah, if you really want to improve your alliance battle roster, I would definitely recommend picking her up as a support. Moving forward, we have Synth's Paywall uniform. In my opinion, the best villain support in the game. I find myself using her the most in Alliance Battle, using her for 6 Alliance Battle days, including the no restriction days. She's absolutely insane for me. I'm also using her with a brilliant liberation. It just goes to show how important of a role she plays in my roster. You can use alternatives for her, however, she provides the best value as a supervillain support, so I would definitely recommend picking her up. Not to mention, she also has a support artifact that you can use to additionally improve her value as a support. This, in my opinion, is a must-buy uniform, as long as you guys are willing to spend money on the game. Next up, we have Weapon Hex. I recently tier 4'd her, so if you guys want an in-depth review on her, feel free to check out this video on the screen right now. This uniform is a niche support, so her value really depends on your roster. If you have Captain Marvel and Captain America built for PvP and plan on using zombie toons for PvP in the future, this uniform is a must-buy, as she provides immortality to zombie characters, and without that ability, usability and value comes close to nothing. Additionally, she can be used for PvE too, as she gives a damage boost towards zombie characters. So yeah, if you plan on investing in zombie toons, this uniform is a great pickup. Not to mention, there's possibility of more zombie uniforms coming in the near future. Finally, we have Medusa, the most recent paywall uniform that Netmarble has released. I actually made a full video reviewing her as a PvE character, so be sure to check that video out as well. Now, while I did test her as a standalone unit, I honestly think she shines the most as a support, as she provides buffs to superheroes and inhuman allies. On top of that, she has a solid lead for universal characters. Not to mention, her support artifact also provides her with more value as a support. Overall, she's pretty good, but her true potential depends on what happens with Black Bolt. If Black Bolt receives a great uniform, her value is gonna skyrocket. So if you are a bit of a gambler, this uniform might be worth picking up. However, I don't think you're gonna be missing out on much if you do skip this uniform. With that being said, we're done with the paywall section. Now we can move to the crystal cost uniforms, starting with Black Bolt. Compared to the other crystal cost seasonal uniforms, he is currently on sale. But honestly, his time has passed. When this uniform first dropped, he was way ahead of his time. But since then, he's been completely dethroned from the universal villain throne. Now, while this is still his best uniform, there are just far better options out there, and he simply doesn't have the strength to compete anymore. It's been way too long since his last update, so he's definitely due for a new uniform. So I'd say skip this uniform and wait for his brand new uniform. Your crystals will thank you later. Following Black Bolt, we have Ghost Rider. Now, even though he recently got a brand new uniform, I actually think this uniform still performs better for PvE. Whenever I use this uniform as a striker, I notice a clear improvement. This old uniform just hits harder and feels a lot smoother for PvE. To put it into perspective, I'd rate the old uniform about 9.5 out of 10 for PvE and a 6 out of 10 for PvP, while the new one is more balanced around 8 out of 10 for both PvE and PvP. Especially for free-to-play players, I just think the new uniform is much better because of the PvP value. And even for veteran players, he can be used for other role battle and team arena battle with the new uniform. So when you factor in the full crystal cost, I'd say you can safely skip this seasonal unless you're super competitive and want every little edge in PvE. The new uniform is good enough. And on top of that, you can grab it on sale, which makes it a smarter pick overall. Next up, we got Abomination seasonal uniform from last year. I actually skipped this one when it first dropped, since I didn't have Abomination back then, but I picked it up this time around after finally pulling him from Dimension missions. Now he's a pretty premium character that mainly serves as a support for gamma radiation characters, especially for Hulk in Alliance battle. But here's the thing, with Kingpin and Doc Ock being so competitive right now, and both of them requiring far less investment, this uniform's value drops by a lot. The HP gimmick on Hulk makes him very tricky to build around, so honestly you're better off just building Kingpin and pairing him with alternative supports for Alliance battle, instead of pouring all your resources into Abomination on Hulk to get high HP and make him work. So here's my take. If you're still actively using Hulk and have high HP on your cards, this uniform is a must buy. Otherwise you can safely skip it and not regret at all. But I have to give props to the uniform, it's absolutely sick to look at. And finally, we got Miles Morales' brand new Ancient Curse uniform from this year's Halloween lineup. With this uniform, Miles actually turned into a villain, which finally gives him some solid value in Alliance battle, letting him compete with the likes of Bullseye and Gwenpool. I already made a video comparing this uniform to his old uniform, so be sure to check that out. But after spending more time testing him, here's my honest verdict. While the Ancient Curse uniform is good, if you already have Bullseye or even Gwenpool built, this uniform isn't really worth picking up. And it's definitely not worth tier 4ing Miles as well. His versatility is limited to World Boss Legend GBR and only one day of Alliance Battle Extreme. So depending on your roster, you can decide if he's worth the investment. The majority of players, I'd just say you can safely skip this uniform. And with that being said, this video has come to an end. You guys might not agree with all my opinions on these uniforms, and it's totally fine. Let me know your thoughts on the seasonal uniforms down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Also make sure to check out the videos I mentioned earlier. The links will be in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, have a great one guys. Peace.